not alive. Could and men have their fun with more than a few. None of them.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when we got her.
And what can I do for you? From what are you? The pub. Go on then. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. Finished, are you?
Clive. So, what'll it be? And?
It's all right.
Tome says he's looking for books about Chocobo. I know.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Torms is gonna look into what happened to Torgal for us. Make sure he's not hurting himself.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not.
Ah, she's been better. Tires me.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movement?
Vivian's done what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet.
All right.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvass in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air. which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
I'll be all right, Clive. I just need some rest. Visiting hours are over, Your Lordship.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took...
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. That was his dream for me. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I know that I can help the people here.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right? Oh.
Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for.
For me?
Who else? First things first, I need equipment. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff... The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on. Apart from the wood. I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just...
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let...
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her.
Was wondering what Mid's back from camp.
Just now. She's planning... Here's the list. Think you can...
This lot,
Excellent.
it's pet. If it weren't,
Indeed it would.
I'll send this.
Thank you.
Is it business or pleasure? Is that all?
Blackthorn, you. Do you think you can make them?
Look,
My thing. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
back, are you? Not saying Fordian, do you? No scratches, all right? Should last you a good while. the best work, but it'll do. Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
Should be enough.
What?
Well, it don't have to be me, you know.
Do with a good oil. Good.
You thought?
Oh.
Stay sharp.
Naught but wild beasts, this end.
Get him!
Stay down!
This one! Get him!
It's over!
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia!
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, but
Oh. Building and
of course.
Well, that there is Crescent. But I came up here hoping to visit. But you're...
It's the least one. This shouldn't take long. That should do it.
Thank you.
Huh?
Oh, people. Oh, it may as well.
I'm so...
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past. Soon as I'll meet.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Jill looked white as a sheet when it
Well, don't just stand there gawping. You're rubbing me blind, you know. I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you?
It's all right.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets... I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how... Jill's faring.
Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
No.
Here, what's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to... They were moving... Okay,
They know.
but
I'll go and find...
thank the...
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Straight home now. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this'll put Rodrigo.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Ha! Ha!
You deserve a rest.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about.
Doris, well,
Only I want
you, and I won't. Don't. They're trying to get into the carriage. This
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
So if I come, it's
with no one.
I said,
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual. You'll do fine.
Clive! Hope you're a stranger, eh?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. You earned this. Come again. I may have more. For ya.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the... Just you wait.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take it to
How goes the hunt?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute?
And a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old...
It's just one thing after another around here.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Chocobo withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the royal... Come here and I'll show... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? to load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something... The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen... and you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to...
Very well, but be quick.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle.
We shall... I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Good girl. Run like the wind.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your Chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes, I expect that's why they're sending some.
Get it, boy!